Hello, people of the internet. Um, I've given this a lot of deliberation, and I would like to be African American. Not black and not a person of color. I would like to be African American. And this is not meant to be racist. I will make some cultural generalities. I hope you'll forgive them. And if there are African Americans watching this, you should know I'm scared of you. I'm scared of you. Now, you might have gotten offended by that if you're a whitey, but my people know that this is a sign of respect. So you shouldn't take any offense with that. I'll caveat by saying I did grow up in New Orleans where, in the 70s there was still a little bit of racism, maybe still today. And, certainly people didn't use the N-word, but oddly enough, it was a common for people to distinguish between people who are the N-word and African Americans like it was two different units. And I'm not down with that. In my view, there are only two types of people. People that make me happy and people that suck away my will to live. So I'd like to now explain to you why I would like to be African American, and I do accept that you probably can't meet my request, but I figure if I put this out on the internet, maybe somebody out there has an idea. And I don't mean acting African American, because when a white person acts African American, to me it comes across you look like a chump. I'm sorry, you look like a chump. But when an African American acts white, it's a very positive thing. It's linguistic and social assimilation, and that gives you a competitive edge. And by the way, I will be an African American that will not forget my roots. So, even if I accumulate wealth, I will not forget my people. I will still wear clothing to identify myself still as an African American. And there are a lot of reasons for this, not the least of which is physical. If I'm being selfish, I'll admit that a part of my desire is physical. Because just look at me. I mean, I think that I would probably look better as an African American. I'd probably have a good afro. I'd probably have a better physique. And maybe I'd have even a genetic advantage, because if you remember, generations ago, the whiteys took African Americans away from their comfort in Africa, made them slaves, and in the process killed off a lot of people. So maybe there's a bit of a Darwinian edge, that I'd be less prone to disease and probably have a better physique. So that would be nice. And don't get offended if you're watching this and you're Asian or you're Latino American or Hispanic. Because it took a while. I was thinking Latino and Hispanic, but even though they're deemed to be better looking, Jennifer Lopez, that kind of thing, and they're quite a collaborative bunch, I'm not sure even if I transported myself to a Latino American or a Hispanic person, I could pull off the machismo thing or tango and dance. I just don't think I could pull it off. So I'm going to stay with African American. And I know that there's been a digital divide, but that divide's closing. African Americans are actually more using technology today than the white people that I now renounce, with no disrespect. They're adopting mobile technologies faster than white people. So there's another plus. And if all things being equal, 30% of African Americans are under the age of 18. So in being transported to an African American, I would be probably younger, just by sheer odds. So that would not be a bad thing. Food is another area. I've got the unfortunate background, no offense to Irish and German, but, we don't bond on that. It's not like I see another Irish person go, yo, what's happening? Hey, how are things back at, the rock that they kiss? The food, not so good. Potatoes. I mean, I love the work ethic and everything, but it's just not offering a lot, except for maybe beer. So, food with African Americans, it goes without saying, is much better. Much better food. Furthermore, you got the whole religion thing. I mean, I think that in general, and again, I'm using cultural generalizations, not racism. In general, I believe as an African American, I'd probably be in a really cool church. We'd sing, we'd show our spirit, and there'd be a lot of faith-based community, which I'd love to have. Now, mind you, as an African American, I'm not going to hate on anybody. I'm not going to be hating the whiteys, and I'm not going to be hating the black people that are not African American that have recently moved in. I'm not going down with that. I'm going to embrace immigrants as well. You've got religion, you've got music. I mean, come on. Music? White people? African American? I'm going to be better at music. I'm going to appreciate music. I'm probably going to be able to sing better. And family, our family would be probably tighter knit. I'll be motivated to get an education because I got to work a little harder. We'll keep community and family. We'll have picnics, and we'll be a tighter unit, and that'll come in handy too. And then lastly, but not leastly, I'd probably be funnier. Because if you think about it, African Americans are generally funnier. You got Bill Cosby, Richard Pryor, Red Fox, Chris Rock, Eddie Murphy, the Wayans brothers, that African American guy on Drew Carey. Boy, he can sure come up with an improv song. So, I don't know, if you're in a capacity to help me here, that'd be great. If it can happen, I'll roll with it. But if you have any ideas on how I could not act African American, but be African American, please let me know. And if you wish, you can volunteer if you would like to transport to another lineage. I'd be interested to see if anybody else is feeling similarly. Or, maybe I've missed some pieces to the picture, so educate me. Okay? Thank you. And thanks again if you have any power to help me on this transformation. Knowles out.